And in this very simple black and red colorway, there's a cat in the background. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the Ning Way of Wade 2s in the announcement colorway. So here is a look at the box itself. This front part is the drawer opening. You're going to find 3 little cutouts, a Ning logo in white, and then the whole pattern on the box is kind of this black and white warning pattern. You're going to find another Ning logo on the one side, and of course the Dwayne Wade signature logo on the other. As far as the label goes, we'll take a quick look at that. Of course, it's officially called the Way of Wade 2. The colorway is announcement, or the official color is black, red, and white. And the pair I have here is a size 9.5 US. That's pretty much it though as far as the box. It opens up drawer style. It's kind of hard to fit everything in there and show you guys and do it really clean on video. So we're going to cut and go right to the shoes themselves. Alright, here's a look at the shoes themselves, but before we get into more details on those, I was actually surprised to get a string bag with this particular pair of shoes. The string bag is like a black nylon material, very high quality. You're going to find Dwayne Wade's logo there on the front in black, red, and white. And you're also going to find a red string at the top with a little kind of pull tie here. You can close the bag up. And again, it's just a nice little extra that I honestly was not expecting. So here is a look at the shoe itself. I know a lot of people don't necessarily love this shoe. I think that the whole decision by Dwayne Wade to leave Jordan Brand and pursue his own signature line with Ning was definitely a very bold one. Lots of people don't agree with it. I can understand why he did it. He really wanted to build his own line, build up his own name, as opposed to being under Jordan Brand, obviously with Michael Jordan being kind of the face of that company. But like I said, I think he's doing a good job with this particular line. Obviously the shoes I think definitely have more of a Jordan, retro Jordan kind of inspiration about them. It's a nice blend of classic and modern design in my opinion, and I just really like the look of this particular shoe. I've been a big fan of the Way of Wade series since the original. I think that the original one to me still looks a little bit better, but unfortunately those were nearly impossible to come by if you lived in North America, and these ones aren't so easy to come by either. I actually picked these up for $150 from wayofwade.com, Ning's actual website. As of right now, if you want to purchase them in North America, or the US I should say, it's really the only place to get them, and I was lucky enough to come across the website while they still had some in stock. They sell out pretty quickly. This was more of a general release colorway at $150, where they have the special edition ones, for example the All-Star Game colorways that came out a few weeks ago. Those ones went for $250. But like I said, for $150 I was happy to pay that, and I was really surprised by the overall quality of this shoe in person. It is much nicer in person than I was honestly expecting, especially from a company like Ning. Nobody's really ever heard of them. Obviously they've been around for a little while, but until Dwayne Wade kind of decided to go with that company as his kind of provider for his signature line, like I said, they weren't necessarily all that well known and not that high profile. Not that they're high profile now, but you get what I'm saying. So here is a look at the shoe itself, and really what makes this unique in comparison to most current signature line basketball shoes is that it's made from natural leather. Now the leather on this shoe is really nice. Probably one of the nicest leather shoes that isn't a soccer shoe that I've personally dealt with. Really happy with the overall quality. It's a pretty smooth leather, as you can see. There's lots and lots of layers. You got some perforations here at the toe, and again, just the quality and thickness of the leather is not what we've come to expect from brands like Nike and brands like Adidas, who tend to use much cheaper versions of leather on their shoes. Even Jordan Brand with their retros and stuff like that, the leather quality is nowhere near what you're going to get from this particular model from Ning. You're going to get this really nice kind of stingray looking pattern here going across the back of the heel, some perforations, or not perforations, but some indentations in the heel right there, little tab of leather, and then on the underside you can actually see it says announcement, which is of course the name of the colorway, and again, just a really nice quality of leather. The tongue itself does appear to be made from a synthetic material. It is red in color, and it has kind of this ridge-like design. You're going to find a Dwayne Wade signature right there in black and white, right there at the top of the tongue. And then, of course, running through the laces here, you have these little inserts. Again, kind of a Jordan 3 type of inspiration, or Jordan Brand inspiration in general, where there's these plastic little inserts with lots and lots of little lace holes. So I guess if you wanted to fill all those in, you definitely could. They're completely open. But like I said, they're right there. You're also going to have a little triangle piece in plastic right there at the top, kind of two little separate areas with kind of a flex groove right there. And the laces themselves are very, very thick. They're almost like hockey skate laces, to be completely honest with you guys. And they're really nice quality. They're red laces, and this little gray zigzag pattern in there is actually 3M, and the 3M itself is very bright. It looks absolutely fantastic. You're going to find some Ning branding right there on the outside of the heel, and you can see that the cut of the shoe is a little bit unusual as well. It's kind of a mid to low cut sneaker. Very, very interesting. Lots and lots of padding on the inside of the shoe around the collar area. You got that black and red stripe design, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. You're going to find that Ning logo right there on the heel in black, red, and white. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then on the back of the tongue, you can also see, again, that same Ning logo in those black and red stripes. Very, very cool little detail there. Moving on to the midsole, you're going to find this top line of kind of a black plastic with some red plastic, with some black nylon stitching going here around the outside, the back edge, I should say. You're going to have the 3 right there, which is, of course, Dwayne Wade's number, showing up in the carbon fiber little piece that sticks out right there. There's also some carbon fiber visible on the outside of the midsole as well as on the inside. And then the midsole itself is kind of like a shiny finish white. You can see that there is a little bit of glue right there, and it kind of shows up in yellow. Not sure why it's like that, but again, I'm not complaining too much about that. It's just how it's manufactured. White does tend to yellow pretty quickly, and obviously this one yellowed quicker than I perhaps would have liked, but not a big deal. I'm going to wear them, so they're going to get dirty eventually anyways. And then moving on to the outsole, it's a mainly white outsole. Again, you have more of that exposed carbon fiber shank and kind of this very triangular, angular pattern. Very, very cool. Carbon fiber is something that, to me, looks cool on any shoe implemented in any way at all. And the same goes for the Way of Wade 2. Definitely a very cool use of carbon fiber. Not sure how it really does as far as performance goes, but definitely very cool looking. Now, as far as the outsole goes, again, you have kind of a storytelling traction pattern. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to the design itself. You're going to find the Way of Wade right there. Again, his logo right there in the heel, as in the forefoot, and then again some minor branding there, a Ning logo, and then some significant writing right there under the heel. So that's pretty much it as far as the shoe itself and all the details. And move on next to how these shoes look on feet. Alright, here's a look at the Way of Wade 2s on feet with a pair of shorts. And I have to say, I'm a really big fan of how this shoe looks. It definitely has kind of a retro vibe about it with that high quality leather upper. And in this particular colorway that is mainly black, red, and white, it definitely goes with pretty much anything and is just very wearable on a daily basis. In terms of comfort, it's a very comfortable pair of shoes. While, like I said, it does have that kind of retro styling about it, it still does have a fairly modern feel on feet in terms of the amount of cushion you get. They're not overly cushioned, and they are a little bit higher off the ground than I honestly expected them to be, but comfortable nonetheless. In terms of sizing, I would say they definitely do run true to size. I went with my usual size 9.5, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect, if not ever so slightly snug. So I guess if you did want a little extra space, you could safely go a half size up, but for the most part, these definitely do seem to run true to size. Alright, here's a look at the Way of Wade 2s on feet with a pair of pants. And again, I think these things look really, really good. One of my personal favorite elements of the shoe is the slightly longer tongue. To me, it just looks good when you're wearing these with shorts or pants. And overall, the colorway itself is just very, very clean and wearable with pretty much anything. So that's pretty much it as far as what these things look like on feet. And move on to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my review of the Way of Wade 2s from Ning. In terms of quality, it is better than 99% of shoes out there right now. The quality of the leather is absolutely fantastic, and I definitely think that the unique styling of this shoe is really well done. And like I said, Ning did a really good job with this particular model. Unfortunately, availability is still pretty scarce with this particular model. So again, if you want to get a pair, just kind of stick around waveofwade.com. I'm sure if you follow them on their various forms of social media, you will be alerted when these things do go for sale. But like I said, I won't have any links to purchase them just because there isn't anywhere to buy them. So if you guys want to check out the review page on my website, you will find some high quality images of this shoe just to give you a better idea as to how they actually do look in person. Other than that, if you have any questions or suggestions for shoes you'd like to see me bring in, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I'm always open to hear what you guys are interested in seeing. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for more reviews on all kinds of different sneakers. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. And as always, thanks for watching.